Okay, so the first tarp layout I'm going to show you is definitely the easiest, and probably because it's the easiest, it's often overlooked with instruction, and I don't want to say mistakes, but little things get missed that could be done better. So let's have a look at the basic ground sheet. Okay, so the ground sheet. Definitely the easiest tarp layout there is, but there are a few little points that you want to do. The first is to just make sure that the area that you're setting up is free of any debris that could potentially cause a tear into your tarp and also be uncomfortable to sit on. All right, so now with the area clear, what I'm gonna need is my tarp as well as my tent pegs. For now, I'm just gonna stick my pegs in my pocket and we'll pull out the tarp. So again, like I said, this tarp is a 3 meter by 3 meter sil nylon tarp. Okay, so as you can see, what I've done is I've opened up the tarp full size on the ground. Now, as you can imagine, that's a little bit overkill being by myself. Really, my size of a footprint is half that size. So what I'm gonna do is just fold it so that it's half the width and the full length out. Okay, so now it's a good size, and even if I wanted to, I could potentially fold it again and just make it a small square. But, maybe after eating, I might want to lie down for a bit. Okay, so now that I have the tarp laid out to an appropriate size for me, what I'm gonna do is take out my tent pegs and I'm gonna peg out the 4 corners. Now, earlier I talked about, quality in construction, and with this tarp I have tie points, located strategically along the perimeter of the tarp that make tying it out perfect. So as you can see, I'm going to start out putting a peg in the corner, then I'm going to go down to the far corner here. Then the next corner. And then last corner. Okay, so this is the super easy ground sheet tarp layout. Now, if you're planning to put a tent over top of your ground sheet, I have 2 recommendations. The first is to double up your ground sheet, just like I have done here. And the reason is, sometimes you'll have little sticks or stones just below the surface of the ground, and once you start moving around in your tent, they poke up. So doubling up your tarp will just, add that extra protection to your tarp, but also to the bottom of your tent. The second point, which is by far the most important, is when you lay up your tent to make sure that all of your tarp is underneath your tent. So don't let any of the corners or edges of your tarp hang out past your tent. And the reason is, if you have unexpected rain throughout the night, that rain's gonna fall and land on your tarp, then it's gonna run underneath your tent where it's going to pool, and then it's gonna absorb up through your tent. So, super easy ground sheet tarp layout. If you'd like to see more tarp layouts, then please subscribe and check out our playlist focused on tarp layouts. Thanks for watching.